So there are 80 singers in a choir, and we've got a cumulative frequency table. And on the grid opposite, it wants us to draw a cumulative frequency graph. So I'm just going to underline, for cumulative frequency graphs, you need to take the upper part of the table. So the coordinate for the first group will be 32, and it will be 40, 15, 50, 30, etc. I'm going to plot this on the graph below. Now it's quite unclear on my screen, so you'll want to be making sure that on your exam you're making sure that you're doing this with a sharp pencil and a ruler. But our first coordinate was 32, so I'm going to put across there at around 32. And then our next coordinate will be 40, 15. So go across to 40 and up to 15. And then the next two will be 50, 30 and 60, 52. So 50, 30 will be here, and 60, 52 is going to be there. And our final one is 70, 80. So 70, 80 will be around there. And you're going to join these as best you can with a smooth S-curve, and that should end at 80 because you've got no more data above 80, and that will get you your marks. So part B, use your cumulative frequency graph to estimate the median and the interquartile range. So we have 80 bits of data. So if you imagine lining those 80 bits of data up and you're trying to find the middle number, that will be the 40th number in the list. So we are going to go across to 40 on our cumulative frequency scale, draw a dotted line and read off the graph. I'll make that about 55, and that would be how you find the median. Any answer between 53 and 57 gets you the mark there, and that's the leniency because the S-curve has to be drawn smoothly, so it'll be slightly different for each student as they're doing it. And then we need to work out the interquartile range. So the interquartile range has two parts: the lower quartile, which is the bottom quarter of the data. So if the halfway point is 40, a quarter is half of that, which is going to be the 20th data point. And then we also need to find the upper quartile, which is the top 25%, or 3/4 of the data. And 3 lots of the 20 will give us the 60th. So draw a dotted line at 60. Reading off the graph, for mine that looks round about 66, and then for 20, reading off, I've got about 44 there. So the upper quartile will be calculated by subtracting those. So 66 subtract 44 gives me an interquartile range of 22. Any interquartile range between 17 and 23 gets the marks there. And you're getting 1 mark for the answer, and another mark for showing that you've subtracted them there. Finally, it wants to find an estimate for the number of singers who are over 63 years old. So I want to make sure that we're on the right axes here. The age is the x-axis, so we're going to want to draw a line upwards around about 63, so it's quite difficult to see here on the screen, but I'm going for that part there. And then if we're reading that off, that gives me around about 57. So given that there are 80 people in the entire graph, then we can calculate that there must be 23 people who are above 63 years old, because 57 are 63 or below according to this here. So I'll just show the examiner how I got that. It was 80 subtract my 57 gives me 23 people who are above 63 years old. And again here, any answer between 19 and 23 would actually get you the answer mark. And that is question 8 completed.